what if I told you there's an ancient blueprint for science out there? One that created technology so advanced that we are only now starting to rediscover its secrets? Well, today, we're going to unlock a system of knowledge that built wonders that frankly should have been impossible.
Okay, let's just start with a mystery that still kind of baffles material scientists. In Delhi, there is this massive iron pillar that's been standing for over 1,600 years. It's been through monsoons, scorching heat, and it just doesn't rust. I mean, how on earth is that even possible?
Well, here's the thing. That pillar wasn't some lucky accident. Nope, it was the product of a totally different way of seeing the world, a unified system of science and philosophy that we're really only just beginning to wrap our heads around. And that brings us to the heart of our explainer, the Indian knowledge system, or IKS for short. And you've got to forget any idea of this being just, abstract philosophy. This was a practical, hands-on blueprint for building the world.
So what is the IKS, really? Imagine a system where science, spirituality, and art aren't separate subjects you learn in school. Instead, they're all just different lenses to look at the exact same universe. It was this deeply interconnected way of understanding everything, from the tiniest atom to the entire cosmos.
And the scope of it was just staggering. This wasn't just about one thing. It was about everything. We're talking advanced math, astronomy, chemistry, metallurgy, even sophisticated town planning and medicine like Ayurveda. It was a complete ecosystem for living and for understanding.
And listen, this isn't just me saying this. Modern academia is really starting to sit up and take notice. Researchers are realizing that the IKS isn't just some historical curiosity. It's this powerful testament to our universal quest for knowledge, and it offers a unique perspective that could be incredibly relevant today.
So let's actually see this system in action. We'll start with one of its most powerful tools, a really unique approach to mathematics that basically saw numbers as the source code of the universe.
Now, a lot of people think of ancient texts like the Vedas as purely religious or philosophical, but here's the twist. They were also brilliant scientific manuals, packed with principles of geometry, algebra, and astronomy woven right into the verses themselves. And this is where it gets really, really clever. All this knowledge was encoded in things called sutras, these short, elegant word formulas that are basically mental algorithms. They're incredibly easy to remember. So for instance, a sutra like vertically and crosswise isn't just a poetic saying, it's a super fast method for multiplying large numbers in your head. These weren't just rhymes, they were the software for the ultimate biological computer, the human brain. And the sheer genius of this was its efficiency. I mean, these sutras let people perform lightning-fast mental calculations, solving problems that would take us ages with a calculator or pen and paper. And this wasn't just for, balancing a checkbook. This was used for complex algebra and even for calculating the precise movements of planets in the sky.
And all of that brings us right back to where we started, that impossible pillar. It's the ultimate physical proof of this knowledge system at work, a true metallurgical marvel. 1,600 years! Just let that sink in for a second. The new railing on your porch can start to rust in a couple of years. This pillar has stood for 16 centuries, just this silent testament to a forgotten science.
And the scale of it is just as impressive. We're talking over 23 feet tall, and it weighs more than 6 tons. Forging a single piece of iron that massive, with these kinds of unique properties, back in the 5th century, that was an absolutely incredible feat of engineering. So what was the secret? I mean, how did they create a material that modern science struggled for centuries to even figure out?
The answer is this brilliant 3-part process. First, the smiths intentionally created iron with a high amount of phosphorus, which is something modern techniques actually try to get rid of. Second, the unique wet and dry climate of Delhi reacted with that phosphorus to form a microscopic film all over the surface. And third, and this is the amazing part, that incredibly thin film, just 1/20th of a millimeter thick, perfectly sealed the iron, creating a permanent, self-repairing shield against rust. It's just incredible. And right there, that's the crucial difference. The ancient smiths knew that phosphorus was the secret ingredient for making something last forever. Modern steelmaking, on the other hand, treats phosphorus as an impurity and works really hard to remove it. To put it simply, what we consider a flaw, they engineered as a feature. So, this isn't just about the past. This ancient knowledge is now being seriously looked at as a key to solving problems in our future. So how is this wisdom being revived today? Well, all over the world, researchers are looking back to the IKS for answers to some really modern problems. Everything from building more sustainable technology to completely rethinking how we teach kids math and science. But it's not easy. There are some major hurdles. First, you've got the language barrier. Translating ancient Sanskrit is incredibly difficult and nuanced. Then you have to figure out how to bridge this ancient, holistic system with our modern, highly specialized science. And finally, there's just plain old institutional resistance to ideas that challenge the way things have always been done.
But the potential's absolutely huge. Those Vedic math sutras, they're being used to make math more intuitive and fun for students. The architectural principles are inspiring new kinds of green buildings. And ancient water management and healthcare systems are being re-examined as we all search for a more balanced and sustainable way to live.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a single pillar held the secret to advanced chemistry, and some ancient verses held a key to faster computation, what other revolutionary ideas are just lying dormant in old texts, just waiting for us to rediscover them?